with Dashman Diaries, getting ready to do a DoorDash run. Let me see. I can't live stream, and I probably should use my tablet to do the live stream once I can get a holder for it, and use my phone to do the Dash transactions. Why? Thank you for joining. That is so weird. I had a little reel on, and it keeps popping on. I don't know why that is. For success right now. For success right now. Welcome to the real world. All right. I need to have a USB charger that'll work for my tablet. Can I find one? Probably not. Still waiting on a Dash to pop through. They don't like to keep things simple, so I got all these iPhone. I got iPhone to USB-C. I got car port to Apple. I need. There we go. Can I do this? I think I can. I think I can go USB-C to USB-C on my little iPad. Still haven't gotten a Dash yet. I'm kind of worried about that. All right. Can I switch over devices on a live stream? I don't know. Anyway, while that's rolling, I got my DoorDash bags ready to rock and roll. I got a pizza bag. I got the insulated bag. I got a big behind Grubhub bag. I'll just turn this around like this. So it's important to be prepared. And it looks like it is not taking the charge. There we go. It's charging. And let's see. Where is YouTube? I guess I should probably go to settings and use my iPhone as a hotspot. Alrighty. Can I see my live? How does that work? Huh. Dog on the run with no leash. Yeah. Anyway, I might just have to do a video and just upload it. That might be the way to go for whatever reason this thing is not keeping the charge on my tablet. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you for joining. Dashman Diaries, trying to do a DoorDash. Trying to get a DoorDash on my tablet. Download an older version of this app. Let's see if this bad boy works. Hey, how you doing? Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Muhammad or Muhammad. Bells, 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 Niff. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I'm just trying to popped into the gas station to get some gas, and I said, let me do a Dashman Diaries live stream. Don't know if this will work. Let's see. Open. Really? That's funny. Really? What the heck? My screen messed up or something? Wow, really? Whatever can go wrong. Is that it? I think that's it. Come on. Log in. Yeah, that's my stuff. Sorry about this. Let me set my little phone down after I turn it around. Still, I got no dash yet. That is unusual. Do my email address. Well, it's acting like I'm brand new to this. I'm not. Yeah, this is not going to work. This has been too long of a time. Without getting any response. I'm kind of, you know what? I might just switch to Uber Eats. Keep playing with me, DoorDash. Log in on my tablet wants me to reset my password. I'm not doing that. Yeah, it's been a waste. Hey! I am a junk drawer. Sorry. Say clock. Go to timer. And we'll go to 3 minutes. 3 minutes here. Where'd it go? Where the hell did it go? If I don't get a DoorDash in 3 minutes, I'm flipping over to Uber Eats. I guess I should get ready. Get out of the gasoline station so someone else can use the spot. Been there sitting a long time. It is a big one out here in this northwest suburb. Just gonna park over here. And I can back out. when I need to. Thank you guys for joining. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, Dashman Diaries. I put in, like I said, about $10 in gas. Plan to work about an hour, hour and a half, and see what kind of results I can get. Right now, not doing a gosh darn thing. So I'm at about a minute and 40 some seconds before I flip over to Uber Eats. Yeah. So, go to Burger King. This is Burger King is right next door. Burger King is right next door to the gas station, which is nice. And my timer went off. Let me see. I need power steering fluid. Timer. Oh, all right, let's go get this Burger King $3 order. Normally I wouldn't do it, but I'm right next door, and I wanted to have something on the live stream. And I'm going to walk in. Sometimes you can go through the drive-thru, but the app said specifically to walk right in. Sometimes late at night, you can use the drive-thru. So let's see. Let me get a DoorDash bag that's inside it. Do the phone. Turn the car off so I don't get my car stolen. I'm going to hit a few buttons here. Minutes away. Apologize. I was talking to one of the staff members. All right. So, minute to go pick it up. $3. Normally I would say it's a big frickin' waste of time, but I just wanted to have something for the live stream. And this is one that you won't want to take. Sometimes these people will tip. A lot of times they don't know really how to tip for a $3 order. So sometimes I can ask for a tip in the app where I feel it's appropriate. Other times, let's see if it pops up with any directions. Minutes away from your location. So it does give me turn-by-turn navigations. So I'm going to leave the live stream on while I run my little mouth. Normally I would mention how many minutes away I am, and all tips are greatly appreciated. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's see if I can do that real quick. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for your support for the Dashman Diaries. Okay. Hopefully it'll pop up on the screen where I'm supposed to turn. Let me know where you guys are viewing from. I'm in Minnesota, in the northwest suburbs. In a quarter mile right. Alrighty. I'll keep that in mind. So sometimes, not all the time, sometimes on a $2, $3, $4 offer, I might get a tip of $1, $2, $3, $4. Sometimes nothing. But I always put in there, all tips are greatly appreciated. And then update them, especially on the longer ones that are 25 to 40 minutes away. there's any difficulties with the order, like Aldi's or Hy-Vee or Cub Foods, when it's 50, 100 items, I will type in there, wow, that was a really big order. I did have a few challenges, but I did get everything. If you're satisfied with the service, please leave a tip. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Do a lot of stuff like that. And I've had where I made $5 on an order. I was close by. I'm sorry, I made $15 on the order and had a $10 tip in the app. And then the grandma gave me an extra $10, so it was pretty worthwhile. I'm going to put the map on because this is part. Come on, y'all. Find a spot to park out here. Chuck E. Cheese is living large, y'all. All right, so undo that. Make sure I take the keys out. Now I'm gonna go back. Sometimes they want me to take a picture, or it's like I have to leave it at the door or something like that. So I've been 15 minutes on this live stream for $3. Yeah. But you never know, I might get a bigger order since I'm out here. And then also, if I take a few of these little stupid ones, these little ones, then it can boost me up to a gold and up to platinum. All right. Okay. Got to go to the map because this parking lot stuff. So now this order. Now sometimes I will say it in a bad way. In a big behind store like Lowe's, it may be a whole lot of walking. Sometimes, like for liquor stores, the staff will pre-shop your order. So you just go in, show them your ID and your order number, boom, get in, get out. So it's all a learning curve, even though I've been doing this a while. All right, so I got to continue for a half mile. And sometimes the GPS is awesome. Sometimes it clowns people, because especially like in congested areas, it's not really fine-tuned, or back of shopping malls, because it got the address, but it doesn't always recognize what the front door is sometimes. Sometimes the people want you to go to the back door, but that's kind of creepy. I will say that. I've had to do a few, and they're standing out there. They're on their break. So they want me to come to the back door so they ain't got to deal with their boss or whatever. Get their item. So quarter mile, turn left. Blah, blah, blah. Turn left. What? Oh, now they're talking crazy. I'll say I'm about 5 minutes away. I usually try to give myself a 1.5 to 2 minute buffer when it pops up on the screen where the GPS will say 6 minutes away. I will go and say I'm about 7.5 to 8.5 minutes away, or I'm about 9 minutes away, just to get a buffer to park, find a spot to park the car, get any bags out, walk up to the store, then start the shopping. So all that takes a little bit of time, depending upon, like I said, how big the store. Lowe's is pretty big, so hopefully I don't have to do a whole lot of aisle walking and traipsing and all that stuff. So I will take one bag in. And sometimes it's important to have different size bags, different types of bags, and different insulation levels. Like I like a lot of these insulation bags, but some bags are just thin, no big deal. That's just for me. So if I need help, people to see the DoorDash bag and they're not intimidated. Long lights out here. So on my way to Lowe's, I appreciate you guys for putting up with the live stream. When I click off for the map and to do the check-in and check-out options. They don't have a split screen duet where I can do both. It's okay, you know. Probably weren't expecting that. Okay, make this left turn. All right, now sucker. So it's a lovely afternoon in Minnesota. I'm going to click over to the map. Don't go nowhere. And there's just a lot of people at this mall. A lot. What's the hold up? Let's have a couple events with sporting events, out of town events. Holidays are coming up. A lot of people are shopping. Oh, I see a traffic light up there. Okay, that would explain it. I see Lowe's. It's way on the other side of this humongous parking lot configuration. Let's see. So this order will put me close to $20. So that'll be a good thing. Since it's only like 5 items, it shouldn't take me too long to get them. But sometimes coming from a low $3 offer, it allowed me to be in position to do the $16 one. So that's the only upside I could really see on that behalf. Some of the apps that you might want to work with, you got to check them, that they have like a convenience fee if people cancel on you, or if they give out the order to somebody else and I'm the third. I've had this. I was the 5th driver to get to a place and they had already given it out before, and nope, to the second driver, nope, already got it. And I said, let me call the actual recipient. I called them up. They never received it. So I called the customer service and had them talk and called the customer. They never received it. And so the manager was actually on duty, and he made, it was Dairy Queen, he made another order, and I brought it to him. Because I know how frustrating that can be when you order something and 4 people don't bring it to you. And I said, you know what, let me hook them up. So I went out and did that. So I think I take it right at the light. Wow, there's a lot of frickin' traffic out here in the northwest suburbs. And they got a traffic light. Basically, in the parking lot. Not the parking lot, but you know they got a lot of businesses out here. All right. Restroom. All right. 900 feet. Turn right. Going to Lowe's. I appreciate the ones that are sticking with me. Turn the camera around. So Lowe's is over there. So it's Costco, Lowe's, Dinners, Marshalls, Dick's Sporting Goods. A lot of stuff out here. Put the signal on. Yeah, this is gonna be a madhouse after 3 or 4 days before Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's gonna be. Hold on, gotta make this turn. Don't have power steering. Can't whip it like I'd like to. All right. All right, let's go and find a good door to go in. All right, Lowe's. Entrance. I'm gonna bypass the pro door and go to the other one. All right, so on the right. Oh, they got free air. Nice, nice. I'm gonna go right here. Curbside pickup. I'm gonna. So 820. 32. That was actually nice. That's bay 4. 2. Check out. These are the items I got. Rubber flex. Gonna be simple order. Fit in my DoorDash tote, which is a good thing. Make the Vikings. They done got their butts with too many games this year. But it's okay. Growing pains with a rookie quarterback. And the veteran backed him up, got his shoulder messed up on his 9.9, but don't worry about that later. Sure. Got all kinds of goodies. Always like hardware stores and stuff like this, especially if I have a lot of money and need a good project done, and I can do myself. So it's in my wheelhouse. I'm good. All right. Check out. I've got to flip over to the DoorDash page. How's your day going?
Good. Yours?
Not bad.
And then this is on the side. Have a good day, sir.
Yep.
Thank you.
Right. So, got the order. Didn't like my van because I'm busy talking on the live stream. I got to control that. So it's about 21 minutes. I told them about 24 minutes away. Don't know if you heard that or not. All tips are greatly appreciated, especially on long drives. They don't really care, but I just like to let them know. Turn this around. Boulevard. All right, not crazy. Slow your roll, partner. All righty. Elm Creek is up there. Taking. Yep. Once again, thank you guys for putting up with my clicking off the screen to check the GPS, to pay for it, to do this, to do that. I just wanted to do a Dashman Diary live stream while dashing. I was about 45 seconds away from switching over to Uber Eats because DoorDash was slow, and they did give me an order for, wait for it, $3. But then the next one is $16. But I got to drive 20 minutes, so could be a trade-off. All money is not good money, so just keep that in mind. I'll take a left here on Elm Creek Boulevard, County Road 130. All righty. Turn left to Hemlock Lane. It's a wonderful day. So maybe I might get a tip. Sorry. Might get a tip on both of these orders. You never know. It's always important to ask in a proper, non-pushy, non-judgmental way. Meaning, yeah, your order I'm only making $3, so you need to hook me up with the big enough tip that you want to take the order. But sometimes it's going to sound weird, but sometimes culturally, certain cultures don't tip. Like Japanese people don't tip. They're just not accustomed to that. They figure if I'm doing a job, that should cover it. Other people wait until the service has been delivered to see if the quality is worthy of a $1, $2, $5, $10 tip. Other people just automatically do 10% or 15 or 18% in the app. So it all depends upon them at the base. Then it comes into the dasher or the delivery guy or the driver. What information do you need to give them? What questions do you have to ask them to get the service to the best ability on their behalf? Especially with large grocery store items. And if it's, I'm just going to be blunt, certain times of the month, a lot of the favorite items are always quickly gone. So I want to be in contact with them for the substitute orders. Now, some dashers, if they don't see a substitute, next, because they want to get in and get out. I like to be a shopper for somebody that would appreciate if I was asking for stuff. You know, so if they want a specific chocolate bar and they're out of it, and they gave me one substitute and they're out, you know, maybe I can find the same company in a bigger bar size or smaller size and get multiples, things like that, versus it's not available. You know, I try to go that extra effort. And, you know, sometimes I'm rewarded for that. You know, they really appreciate it. You know, hook me up with a couple more dollars in the tip after I've done the job. All right, so I got to get the 94 West ramp. So that's over here, I believe. It's crowded and congested, but hey, it is what it is. So I got to go west. I got to go east to get on the west ramp. I want to go that way, but the on-ramp goes and loops around this way. So that's where it can get kind of confusing if you're driving at night, if you're driving in an unknown area. It's like, oh, it's right over. Now, just because you might see it doesn't mean that's the proper way to go. And the GPS does help out in a lot of regards like that. So, like I'm just sitting here and 18.5 minutes away from your location. But since I just did it, I'm going to wait till I'm closer to 9 minutes, and then I'll say I'm about 10 minutes away from your location. Sometimes by doing the updates, they appreciate it, especially when they're way, way out, because they might be busy doing other stuff, and they, oh, okay, he should be here in X number of minutes, and kind of look out, especially if I have to physically hand it to them. Other times, they don't care. Just leave it at the door. Sometimes they'll have a table or chair, and they'll say, leave it at the round table, or leave it at the green chair, or leave it, with the specific instruction, which I do appreciate. Usually not their first rodeo. The complicated ones are these big monstrosity apartment buildings where they got 5 units that all look alike, and they have one little address, and you can't always see it, especially at night. In the wintertime, you're walking around like a madman. It'll say, you have arrived, and I'm in the middle of 5 units, and it doesn't really say which one, and I can't see the address until I get to a particular side of the building. But that's neither here nor there. That's just something you got to deal with. So in a mile, so the exit is going to click out. Yeah, but so it is a nice day. It's kind of hot out here. Not hot, but I mean, because the sun's beaming through the window, it's kind of hot. Window down a little, something. That's not too bad. Don't know if anybody's still watching, but go ahead and type in where you're viewing from. I'm in Minnesota. Let me know if you're a dasher. I give you some tips. Or if you're an experienced dasher, you can give me some tips. Hello. Okay, what should we talk about? Yeah, just we'll see if I get a tip. Probably won't get a tip from the $3 Burger King offer from a Best Buy employee. And sometimes, to say it in a politically correct way, sometimes the premium users of the apps, Uber Eats, DoorDash, because they're at a high enough status, they might get free delivery. Say it again. They might get free delivery, but they still should tip the driver. But sometimes free is free in their mind, so if I ain't got to pay for delivery in the app, I ain't going to pay the driver. Then other people say, well, since I got free delivery in the app, I will pay the driver. I appreciate those people. I appreciate them all, because I can choose to take the order or not, so it's not like I'm being forced. But I do like a little common courtesy. If I do standard, I should get a little tip. If I do over and above, what's over and above? Hey, man, texting. Is it possible for you to stop at such and such and pick up such and such? Usually like a pack of cigarettes, or I've had a pack of cigarettes, a cigarette lighter outside of the app. And I said, yeah, you can Cash App me or Venmo me, and they'll send me, $10, $12, $15, $20 for one of those extras. And just stop at the store and get it, put it with the order. They Cash App me so I can use my Cash App card, pay for it, keep the difference, and we are good to go. 70 miles an hour. Let me go check my map. I will tell them about 10 to 11 minutes away. from their location. Now the challenge, not the problem, the challenge is when you go way far outside your zone, you may want to switch zones, or navigate back to your former zone if it's a hot zone or you've been real busy. So that's a decision that you got to think about, because the farther you get outside of the larger metropolitan cities, the fewer orders are going to be done out here. You might come back and then get another order way out, but a lot of times there's not a lot of stuff out here in these I don't know, fifth ring suburbs that the people, like, you can't go 2 or 3 miles to go get something. You got to go way back into town and then come back out. So some areas I'll just flip over if it asks me to the zone, but usually when it's this far, ain't nothing really happening out here, because I'd have to drive back anyway, so I might as well navigate from whence I just came. But that's a personal choice. And, sometimes during the week, evening, certain days, certain times of day, it might be better to do one versus the other. So, which I don't do. If you keep good records on when you've been most successful, when you earned the most amount of money, when you spent the least amount of gas or least amount of time, those things really help. If I'm doing like a college town or dinky, they call it dinky town here at the University of Minnesota, I don't really drive that far, but there's a lot of stuff. Apartments, not a lot of parking, tiny little ass restaurants that I might have to walk a block or two to get it because of the parking, especially if it's a football game or some sporting event, so you can't always get to it. Then trying to find sometimes these little apartments or homes or living units, it's called living units, is not always cut and dry. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's not. And people sometimes, I'll meet you on the corner. You Keith? Yeah, here you go. Because they know it's complicated to get to where they are, so they just figured out it's coming. And I told them I'm about 10 to 11 minutes away from the location with the order from Lowe's. Don't know if you heard it or not, but sometimes people really appreciate that. They appreciate that versus whenever, however I get there. Yeah, we are way out in the boonies, but Minneapolis is a booming town, so more and more people are moving out here. So when I was a little kid, this was like a field trip. Good Kohl's, Holiday, car wash. Says hard brake detected. I don't know if you can hear what I can hear through the app onto YouTube, but anyway, we are just a few minutes away, and then I'm going to leave the app on and then see what happens out here, because like I said, there's Target, Holiday, Domino's, Dairy Queen. There's got a little something out here, but don't know if the people out here want to use DoorDash close by. Seems like they like to do their bidding long ways away. Don't know why that is. Or maybe the app algorithm figures that out. Since I'm close to a store that they want something, they just ring me up. But I don't know. I mean, if somebody wants to shop at Lowe's, do they pick the store, the client, or does Uber Eats or DoorDash pick the store? That's a good question. Especially if I got to go in and do the shopping. So I'm not really sure how that works. Alrighty, let me flip over to the map side. So I'm going to type in. I'm about 5 minutes away from your location. Coming to the door, side door, front yard, wherever. They'll know I have arrived. Okay. This looks kind of weird. So a lot of these long my nonsense. So out here in Rogers, Minnesota. Turn left onto Oakwood Drive. Nice homes. Quarter mile, turned right to Industrial Boulevard. Don't know if I'd really want to live this far out from the city. I'm a city guy, and plus I've had car problems. So if you ain't got a deep enough pocket to rent a car, get another car, have two cars, and not a lot of buses that be coming out here, just letting you know. Just letting you know that, unless you work from home. So, turning right onto Industrial Boulevard. Continue on this little road for 1.5 miles. Then let's see where we go after this. It's actually a nice day. Nice smooth drive. Back in the saddle, as I would say. Thank you guys for watching and viewing. This is GrandMaster Griffin of Dashman Diaries. Delivering goodness, one drive at a time. Yeah. Good on the gas. I'm okay with this. Let's see what my map says. Be nice if they tipped additionally. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't care. And sometimes a lot of foreign cultures aren't. That's not part of their culture or nomenclature, or just their makeup. They don't tip nobody for nothing. Not that they're not cheap. That's a different level. They just, if they get $2 or 20 or 200, they just don't tip. Now, other people, if you go over and above, what does that mean? Maybe double bag stuff. Call them up and ask them specifically. They didn't have this, but they have this, that, and the other. And you spend some time with them and kind of go over it. And, okay, they appreciate that. Turn left on 81, 101 going north. Then take a right on the 94. Oh, okay, I see it. So, every shift is always going to have unique factors. A couple times I've delivered to the same people. A couple other times I've delivered to people I physically know. Like, hey, how you doing, Master Griffin? Hey, how you doing, girl? Something like that a couple times. or I would deliver it to somebody, and then I see them out somewhere and they want to have a conversation, which is fine. If you take it to that next level and let people know that you can do these services on demand, like I could, which I haven't done yet, because I don't want to be coming way out here. But if they make it worth my while, you could do something like that. What does that mean? They cash at me money or give me their debit card. Once trust is built up, talking about people I know or friends, then I can do shopping on their behalf, which I've done for people. They've tipped me well, friends of mine. I just made up a fee of $25. So I was like, yeah, I'll go to Aldi's or Walmart or Cub, whatever. They'll give me a list. We'll sit down and I got to pull it out of him. When you say, yeah, give me some meat. What kind of meat? Hamburger. What percentages? Oh, 80-20. What size? What company? Because he's had other people just generically go get him something and he didn't like it. But then he wasn't that specific. Here's some meat. And it'd be like, the greasiest meat with the worst percentage, and it'd be a big 3-pound tube. Yeah. So I get real specific. Then I'll triple check before I leave. And then if they're out of it, or you might want something else, because he told me he's cheap for about 80% of his items. The other 20, he wants the exact name brand. He wants Doritos late night loaded taco chips. He don't want a generic brand of tortilla chips, which is okay. So it's important to know your clients if you're going to have repeat customers or recurring stuff. So I'll let them know. When my car was out of the shop, I said, hey, G, my car is out. Just let me know. Yeah, I'm going to need something tomorrow. I was like, cool. So I could count that $25. Now, because he wanted frozen and meat products, I wasn't going to jeopardize that stuff for me doing a run during that. So I just did his and then clicked on the app afterwards, and no fuss, no muss. So I'm still dashing up. If I was smart, I would have 2 cell phones or my tablet and my phone, and have one for Uber Eats and one for DoorDash, and then I could see each one and not have to click out of one to do the other one. But by me coming this far north, it would make sense if I already had a little order that had to go south. It wouldn't make sense to do that one, because if I do 2 different apps and take short order and do that one second, then the app is going to say, oh, looks like you're lost. Looks like you're in the wrong direction. So I just like to keep it clean, 1 or 2 hours with one app, and then switch off completely, then turn on the other one, so I don't get confused or make somebody wait extra because I'm trying to be greedy. Alrighty, guys, I'm bored, so I'm going to click out and play some music, but I appreciate those that did stay with me, and go ahead and subscribe, and I'll have some other stuff. We'll be talking about Dashonomics, Tiponomics, how to get the most in tip money that I found that works for me, and put together some scripts and things like that. So talk to you guys soon. I got about another 12 minutes to get back to where I left from. So have a great day, y'all.